there's a whole lot of people that are looking for chemsex support, and quite often people are turning to gay charities or sexual health clinics to get that support. There's not a lot of gay men reaching out to their drug services to seek chemsex support, and that's partly because I think that there's an assumption that drug services are just about heroin, street homelessness, crime, alcoholism, and not really understanding the nature of gay sex or chemsex, and that's very much true in many regards. But there are some skills that are held within the drug services that we can help. For instance, the nature of things that come under the addiction banner, such as relapse prevention, craving management, what it's like to want something earnestly on Tuesday, like not to do drugs again this week, but to on Saturday night to really want to do drugs, and to go through that week after week after week, never achieving goals. That takes a particular therapy skill that exists in drug services that doesn't always exist in gay charities or doesn't always exist in sexual health clinics. I'm talking about the complicated behavior that is associated with relapsing, craving control, and not being able to manage or achieve goals you set yourself with drugs. That takes a particular skill set, and it's lazy of us to just stick a chemsex banner on a peer group and say, there you go, or we've done our job. But actually our job in healthcare is to very much provide the skills and the training, particularly around these talking therapies, to help people to do relapse prevention, craving management techniques, goal accomplishment, working with that ambivalence and denial, and all of the complicated things that go with complicated drug use. It's a skill set which we really need to invest in. We need to trust that the people who exist in drug services might be naive about gay sex and gay culture. Sometimes it might even be homophobic. But sometimes that might just be our perception. And sometimes it doesn't matter. We don't need to talk about the gay sex too much. We just need the skills they have at how to do relapse prevention and craving management. So sometimes seeking our support is about getting a little bit of help around from the gay charity, and some from the drug service, some from the sexual health clinic. We might get our HIV prevention care from the sexual health clinic. We might get our we're talking about gay sex and how to use Grindr and how do I want gay sex to fit into my life. That might come from a gay charity. But if you're struggling to achieve goals around drug use, if you need to know how to inject safely, if you're having craving problems where you're trying to not do drugs this week but you keep on doing it, you might need to go to a drug service and get the skills of a skilled drugs worker there too. Where they might be naive, and this is a really important lesson, is that one of the stigmas and naives and ignorances that does exist in a large degree in sexual health in drug services is about HIV. My own experience of going to a drug service a long time ago, I have to admit, was that when I heard I was HIV positive and that I wasn't using condoms much, they completely automatically assumed that I was infecting everyone else because I was having 3 partners a week and having chemsex, and they completely had the alarm bells going that I was infecting people with HIV, and I needed a risk assessment, and actually I was undetectable, as are 90% of all HIV positive people in my city, and no one in that drug service had that knowledge about what U equals what undetectable viral load is. Sometimes it's that's an injustice. That's an inequality in regard to healthcare. It's something that I think drug services should know if they're claiming to do chemsex support. So if you're in a drug service or if you're managing one, get some training around what HIV prevention is. It's a crucial part of chemsex support. If you're in a gay charity and you're boasting about providing chemsex support, learn what relapse prevention is, learn what craving management is, learn what addiction work is and skill yourself up on that. Sometimes it means inter-partnership working, so it means about reaching out to each other and working together, letting this service take care of that, letting that expert take care of that part of it. And chemsex does have its feet in a very cultural pool over here. It has in a very HIV pool over here, in a very medicine pool, nursing pool, and in a very gay cultural, but also in an addiction pool over here. So it's hard to get the completely all-in-one stop service, chemsex support service. Sometimes it does mean going to a place which is naive about a certain part, but it might mean about us educating them. So being proudly saying, rather than being angry that they don't understand what an undetectable viral load means and what U equals U means, but explaining it to them, because they want to learn and they want to focus on what they do know to help you with. And that's being actively engaged in your own healthcare. Does sometimes mean supporting the support workers who are sitting in front of us to be better at their job by giving them a bit of education, forgiving them for what they don't know and helping them, but really relying on them for what they're good at and using them and resourcing them for that. Sometimes seeking help is about that, being that actively involved in your healthcare.